fresh word, and today's fresh word is pride. We're celebrating Pride today. Do you know what that means?
I love you and I love me too. It means being who you are no matter what anybody thinks. Happy. Happy, 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 happy. It means to be proud. I love you just the way you are.
Pride means to be proud. And when we celebrate Pride, we are celebrating that people can be proud of who they are, especially proud to be lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or questioning. And we even add a little plus sign to that because we recognize that there's an ever expansive growth that we're all called to understand. Now, oftentimes this is about who we love. And so we can have men that fall in love with men, or women that fall in love with men, or men that fall in love with women. But it's not just about who we love. Mostly, it's about loving who we are. Because after all, we know that God loves us. Love is love is love. And each of us are called to love each other and recognize that God loves all of us. Today, I wanted to talk to you about gender, because it's kind of a complicated concept, and believe it or not, even grown-ups don't fully understand it. I found this book called It Feels Good to Be Who You Are, a book about gender identity. And I think it helps me understand gender a little bit better. I'm going to read you a few pages, okay? It Feels Good to Be Yourself, a book about gender identity, written by Teresa Thorne and illustrated by Noah Gringney. This is Ruthie. She's a transgender girl. That means when she was born, everyone thought she was a boy until she grew a little older, old enough to tell everyone that she's actually a girl. Girl is Ruthie's gender identity. This is Ruthie's brother, Xavier. Xavier is a cisgender boy. That means that when Xavier was born, everyone thought he was a boy. And as he grew older, it turned out everyone was right. He is a boy. Boy is Xavier's gender identity. There are so many different ways to be a boy or a girl, too many to fit in a book. But not everyone feels like either a boy or a girl. Non-binary is a helpful word that can describe someone, or a kid, who doesn't feel exactly like a boy or a girl. This is Ruthie's friend Alex. Alex is both a boy and a girl. When Alex was born, everyone thought that Alex was a girl, but Alex is both boy and girl. This is Alex's gender identity. This is Alex's friend, JJ. JJ is neither a boy nor a girl. Ever since JJ was very little, they never felt exactly like a boy or a girl. They just felt like themselves. This is JJ's gender identity. Alex and JJ are both non-binary. Just like there are many different ways to be a boy or a girl, there are many different ways to be non-binary. Too many to fit in a book. Some kids don't feel exactly like a boy or a girl. They feel like neither. Some kids feel that their gender identity isn't always the same. It's often changing. And even with all these possible ways to be, some kids don't feel like any of the words they know fit them exactly right. There are a never-ending number of ways to be yourself in the world. Whether you feel like a boy or a girl, both or neither, or if you describe yourself another way, that is your gender identity. Your gender identity might be what matches what people thought you were when you were born, or it might not. You might feel like a boy, you might feel like a girl. You might feel like both boy and girl, or like neither. You might feel like your gender changes from day to day or from year to year. You might feel that none of these words describes you perfectly. You might not be sure yet. Maybe you're still figuring it out. Your feelings about gender are real. Listen to your heart. No matter what your gender identity is, you are okay exactly the way you are, and you are loved. It feels good to be yourself, doesn't it? Since everyone wants to be affirmed for who they are, one of the things we can do is ask people what their pronouns are. And we can make it easier for each other by sharing our pronouns. So I'll start. I'm Pastor Sarah, and my pronouns are she, hers. Who are you? And what are your pronouns?
I'm Dada, and my pronouns are he or him.
He or him, me too. Elliot, my pronouns are he and him. And Micah, she, hers, he, hers. My name is Jennifer, and my pronouns are she, her. My name is Molly, and I'm she, hers.
It's just like the book says. It feels good to be yourself. Happy Pride, and keep it fresh.
Happy Pride, Mom. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Fly your rainbows. It's time for Sunday school. Let's go to Sunday school. See you in Sunday school.